Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BCC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help with the Take 22 merch. It's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
Planet. Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You know on the beat every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that while I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that. Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short. Listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzz beaters. We coming live all through your speakers. Go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckasher here with the Man Hour today. Good morning, good happy hump day for everybody that's listening over here at youtube.com/Man Hour. It's going to be a great day, but if you are here in Southern Indiana, guys, be safe out there on the roads. It is snowing like crazy outside right now, as it is not sticking yet, but it is coming. And guys, just be safe out there. Like, I don't care if you drive like a maniac, just be safe. Watch for out the school buses, watch for the kids, and, you know, just be safe. But guys, good morning here. Welcome to Man Hour. But first, head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the blog section, guys. We are starting to write blogs over there and intertwining them with our clips. So be sure to head over there, manhourradio.com. Click on the blog section and just interact with it. Share it, comment, you know, share it with your friends. Hit that like button. Do everything that you could possibly do to help the Man Hour grow. We do got a good show for you guys lined up today. We're going to talk some Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. What? What the what? Right? Exactly. But when I first saw that, I was like, what? Then we got Aaron Rodgers signing a huge deal, possibly, or did he sign a huge deal? We don't really know. Of course, we're going to talk some Major League Baseball. We're going to talk some more Calvin Ridley. And of course, hour number 2, we do got the man, the myth, the legend himself. That's right. Brandon Beastie Combs will be joining us on the phone again today, right here on Man Hour, hour number 2. But guys, if you are new here, consider liking, subscribing, and of course, most importantly, sharing this to anybody that could possibly enjoy some sports talk. Live, raw, uncut sports talk right here on the Man Hour. My intro is all types of screwed up. I don't have the typical rundown. I just got the nuts and bolts of everything. So bear with me here, guys. Bear with me here as we try to transition back into the morning show, guys. We are live on BellyUp.tv every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. East Coast time. And again, at 3 p.m. East Coast time. 2 different shows for you guys. So that's 10 shows we're giving you guys a week over there at BellyUp.tv. Also, if you have Roku TV or Apple TV, be sure to search us in Belly Up Sports, and we're live right there. Same time, same location, all the good stuff, guys. So tune in over there, Belly Up Sports. Big thing happening over there at BellyUp.tv. But before we get into today's show, we do start every show with the word of the day. And today's word of the day is, it's going to be a plethora of words, or some initials, as some people say, an OMG, oh my God. And oh my God is going to go out to the UConn women's basketball team, and Gino Armiano, like I don't even know, Coach Gino, Coach A. I kind of want to butcher his like his name because he is a freaking legend over there at UConn. UConn's women's basketball has been a staple in the women's college basketball ranks as long as I've been alive. They have been the team over there. But they have won their 27th consecutive conference championship the other night. Guys, 27 conference championships in a row for the UConn women. What? Can you guys wrap your head around that? For 27 years in a row, they have not missed a college basketball tournament because they won their freaking conference tournament. They are great. 27 consecutive conference championships. Wrap your head around that. During those 27 consecutive championships runs, they have 11, that's right, double digits national championships. 11. 20 Final Four appearances. Half of our audience isn't even 20 years old yet, so wrap your head around that. He's been in the Final Four 20 times. UConn women have been to the Final Four. So in 27 seasons, 20 Final Four appearances. Just under 90% winning percentage in those 27 years. And they have over 40 women in the WNBA. Over 40 women in the NBA. I can't even remember when the WNBA was started. What was it, like 2003 maybe? Let me look that up. WNBA start date. Oh, that just they're not going to give me the year. I don't have time to Google it, but it has not been around, I don't think, for 27 years. So it's I want to say 2005 is when it started. I can't remember for sure. Maybe 2002. So let's say 20 years. Let's just give it 20 years. So in 20 years they have 40 players. So they're averaging 2 players a year, give or take, going to the WNBA. Oh my God. UConn women's college basketball, you guys have been dominant, and you guys get the word of the day. Oh my God. OMG. Slow it down, Gino. Give some other people a chance to be successful once in a while. I know Tennessee had their little run with Pat Summitt, right? You guys had your little rivalry. South Carolina is good right now. Hell, they might be great. Stanford had their little run. But 20 times, guys, 20 times in the last 27 years, you can basically put UConn women's basketball in the Final Four. This year's going to probably be no different. Yes, they've had an injury-riddled season. That they've been kind of behind the 8 ball. 27 consecutive conference championships in a row still. Slow it down, baby. You women's UConn college basketball. You guys get the word of the day. Oh, my God. And I do some people popping up in the chat here, and Facebook user, if you would be most inclined to go ahead and click on allow me to use your name so I can see who you are. But this Facebook user says that let's not forget about the Tennessee Volunteers. Yeah, the Tennessee Volunteers were it was like a UConn versus Tennessee rival. Like when I was in high school, middle school, Pat Summitt and Gino was always the arch rivals type thing. Baylor had their little run. Let's not forget about Baylor and Brittany Griner. Granted, she's in jail now for trying to smuggle weed on an airplane in Russia. It's stupid, but whatever. We talked about that yesterday. We're not going to talk about that. Again, I mean, of course, you got the Stanfords that had their little run. South Carolina is having their run now, but UConn women, guys, they have been a staple for such a long time, and it's kind of baffling to me that we have kind of been overlooking Gino's greatness in the UConn women's basketball greatness. I mean, they have so many great players that come out of there. Hell, we could probably have an Olympic team just based off of UConn college basketball players, and we could probably get top 3 still. At least a bronze medal in the Olympics games with just their players. I mean, it is crazy to me that 27 consecutive championship games. Guys, I haven't been to work in 27 consecutive days. Hell, has anybody been worked 27 consecutive days? The weekends count. So when Friday hits and Saturday morning and you're sleeping until 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, that counts as an off day. That's not 27 consecutive days. 27 consecutive days going to work. Do that and tell me how you feel. Like, the measurement of success has to be UConn women's college basketball. It is. When I saw that stat, I'm like, that's got to be a typo. That's got to be a mistake. But then sitting back and looking and thinking about it, like, damn. Wow. Texter comes in and says UConn, they could probably beat most men's college basketball teams. Now, slow it down, baby. Slow it down there. Now, I'm not trying to take away the greatest from UConn's women because, they are great. But to say that they can compete with most men's teams in college, no. Come on, man. Slow that down. That is like saying that Alabama can compete with like NFL teams when a couple years ago when the Browns went 0-16 and they were easily the worst team ever in the NFL. Alabama could still not compete with them. Why? Because you still have 52 NFL players versus like 15 NFL players. Like it just doesn't work like that. And not to take anything from women, my wife was a great college athlete. She could still school me any day of the week in volleyball and basketball. But if me and her were to play the same sport, like if I was actually a basketball player, I would drain her every time. I don't care. Like if I would probably legitimately try against her, balls to the wall and train to play a game, I would destroy her every freaking time. No question about it. Unfortunately, guys, men are superior athletes than women. Like, I know I'm getting hazed at it. I already see the women in the chat. Nana, calm down. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down, baby. I get it. She says Cindy will kick your ass. She will. But the fact of the matter is that the tallest woman on UConn's basketball is 6'2", 6'3". That's the shortest male. I mean, it's just a pure height advantage. Like at that point, how do you beat him alley-oop all day long? So Texter, slow that down, saying that UConn women can beat most men's college basketball teams. Now, could they beat K-State? You're damn right. My Kansas State Wildcats are just not good this year. Sorry, guys. You guys are just not that good. So Texter, slow that down, baby. Slow it down, baby. Merch is in the bio, guys. manhourradio.com. Check out the Slow It Down, Baby merch. I worked hard on that. Slow it down, baby. But guys, we're up against the first break here on BellyUp.tv. If you are new here watching us on youtube.com/manhour, we are live every Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. East Coast time, right here in the morning. And then we are live again at 8 p.m. East Coast time, Sunday through Thursday. 10 times a day, guys, we are giving you guys live, raw, uncut sports talk. Coming up on hour number 2, we got Brandon BC Combs joining me on the phone here. On the other side of the break, though, we're going to talk Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. We're going to talk some Aaron Rodgers. And, of course, we got to talk Calvin Ridley again, because this guy is breaking the internet at this point. Calvin Ridley, talk about slow it down. You need to slow it down, baby. Slow it down, Calvin Ridley. Guys, we'll be right back here on the Man Hour. Stay tuned.
Hey gang, it's Commissioner Cooper from TSS Fantasy. We are the fantasy show of the people. That means we give the people what they want. Expert fantasy advice, leading medical and legal analysis, free contests, and innovative games to keep you entertained. Watch us live with the Tiki Live app on the Belly Up Sports channel, subscribe to us on YouTube, or follow us on all social media platforms. Visit TSSFantasy.com today for all the latest updates from the fantasy show of the people. We put the fun in fantasy.
Yeah!
Instead of the mayo.
over sour cream, yeah.
Right. That's because you have high cholesterol. Okay. If you drafted Julio Jones,
You got ghosted.
This is amazing. TSS Fantasy is like an orgasm. If I had a cigarette, I'd smoke it. I'm pumped to be here. This is the show of shows.
TSS Fantasy, the fantasy show of the people.
I was built to last when the webs are weaving. I could change the past. I'm all achieving. Got my foot on the gas. Never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Go! To last with the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat and make
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Check, 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 1, 2. This is Michael Buckeyes with the Man Hour, guys. Welcome back. I gotta get a little check, check, 1, 2 as the beat drops with the Hump Day Blues jingle there. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning so far. If you are here in southern Indiana, be safe. The roads are a little slick out there. The snow is not sticking, but it is falling like animals from the sky. I don't know where that came from, but it's snowing like cats and dogs out there, guys. It is not sticking, but be safe out there if you are here in southern Indiana. Also, if you are in Kentucky, it is raining. I was just in the Kentucky area, and it's raining like cats and dogs down there. So, guys, actually, during the break here, every day here on this particular day, we usually do the what does. I usually do the what does. I did not have the what does planned, but I was looking through some of my old my old rundowns here. And this rundown is from when I was down with the COVID, down with the sickness. And 3 of the 5 what does that I had wrote down here was Aaron Rodgers is buying land in Nashville. Does that make him going to be a Tennessee Titan? We had the flu Rona. We can talk about that if you guys want to. The flu Rona, right? And then Russell Wilson outscores Mac Jones with one throw in the skill challenge during the Pro Bowl. So that kind of shows you how old that rundown is, but it kind of shows like pretty much how wrong we were about the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. So my what the was going to be, hey, just because Aaron Rodgers is looking to invest in some land in the Nashville, Tennessee area doesn't mean he's going to be a Tennessee Titan. But hold it on, Green Bay Packer fans. He's not going to be a Green Bay Packer either. But guess what, guys? I was 155% wrong on that. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers allegedly have come to terms with a massive deal. $250 million over the next 4 years, $153 million guaranteed, allegedly. But when we heard this, Aaron Rodgers quickly come out and said on Twitter, like, hey, hashtag, I'm glad to be a part of the Green Bay Packers. Here comes year 18 or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing that, pick and choosing the words like most media people do. But he basically said that the contract was not signed and the sources were pretty much inaccurate, aka Adam Schefter's getting trolled again by the GOAT in trolling an Aaron freaking Rodgers. But what does this mean for Green Bay Packers? They, during this day when or during this time when they made this alleged deal with Aaron Rodgers with the $153 million guaranteed, they also franchise tagged Davante Adams as well. So does this mean that Aaron Rodgers is finally happy, guys? Is he finally satisfied with the Green Bay Packers? Are they finally satisfied with the direction that they're going in Packerland and Lambeau Field? Like, I mean, it was just this time last year when good old Adam Schefter was breaking the news that oh, Aaron Rodgers is going to be a draft day trade and all this other crap, right? And then just 2 days ago, I was seeing proposed trades for the Denver Broncos and the proposed trades for the Pittsburgh Steelers and all this other stuff. But then we see this record deal, $153 million guaranteed, allegedly. I keep wanting to use that word allegedly because Aaron Rodgers says he hasn't signed it yet because he can't sign it until the 14th, I do believe. But Green Bay Packers fans, are you guys satisfied with this? Yes, Aaron Rodgers is a 2-time MVP. Yes, you did get your man Devontae Adams for another year guaranteed, right? With that franchise tag. Yes, the NFC is getting a lot weaker with Russell Wilson no longer being in Seattle, with Kyler Murray clearly unhappy in Arizona, Tom Brady no longer in the division, and who else in that division do we have to worry about? Matthew Stafford, probably a flash in the pan, but we'll get to that later here. So, Green Bay Packers fans, are you guys satisfied with this contract? Are you satisfied with locking up Aaron Rodgers for 4 more years? You already have Jordan Love. You spent a first-round pick on him, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. If you lock up Aaron Rodgers for another 4 years, that'd be 6 to 7 years that Jordan Love will be sitting on the bench. So your first pick back in 2019 or whatever it was, 2020, will be sitting on the bench for 6 years? Okay, that makes absolutely zero sense to me. That is basically the dumbest draft pick ever, like at this point now, right? So does this tell you guys that Jordan Love will be on the move? Does Aaron Rodgers signing this 4-year deal, $153 million allegedly, does this mean that Jordan Love is basically writing on the wall, say, see you later, alligator? After what, crocodile? I mean, because otherwise, you are going to have Jordan Love be sitting on your bench for 6 years. Do you want to waste that potential number 1 pick that you guys spent in 2019 on Jordan Love? Or do you try to get something out of him? Do you try to get a second-round pick out of Jordan Love? There are a few teams that could use some quarterbacks. We've talked about it. The Jets, the Giants, the Panthers, who else out there? There's Seattle now needs a quarterback. I mean, maybe Drew Lock might be their guy, but Seattle needs a quarterback now. Throw out some other names out there. Houston, Davis Mills might be the guy, but Houston needs a guy. The Tennessee Titans are looking to replace Ryan Tannehill. So what type of trade value is out there for a player like Jordan Love? And the positive is that we have very little game film on Jordan Love. So that could, in theory, still get you maybe a first or second round pick. But on the other side of that coin, the flip side of the coin, as they like to say, the head side down, is that the film that we do have on him, it was terrible. The game versus the Kansas City Chiefs, he was terrible. They scored 3 points. He threw 40-some yards. It was absolutely ridiculous the way Jordan Love performed in that game. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs were a great team, right? Yada, yada, yada. Actually, let's flash back to that. The defense was playing like shit until then. I think that's when the defense decided to turn itself on, was for that Green Bay Packer game. But I think Jordan Love, realistically here, you should be happy to get a third-round pick out of Jordan Love, like at this point. You should be happy to get a third-round pick out of Jordan Love. Because for one, if you don't move him, you are basically going to let him rot on your bench. You are going to let a first-round pick basically rot on your bench for the next 4 years. He'll be 30 years old before he starts a NFL game again. Let's just be honest about it. Let's call a spade a spade. But then on the flip side of that, you do have a first-round pick as a backup. Man, talk about a double-edged sword. Man, I keep pulling myself in different directions here. I don't know whether to go this way or to go that way on that. Do you want a first-round pick as a backup? Or do you want to try to get value out of that first round pick and turn it into a offensive lineman, turning it into a linebacker, turning it into something that could possibly help your team right now, not potentially 4 or 5 years down the road? That's tough. In the comments, guys, if you're watching us here on youtube.com/manhour, let me know, what would you do? Would you trade Jordan Love, or would you let him sit on the bench and be that valuable backup? I'm going to reach out to my man Tori and Wyatt. They are clearly our Green Bay Packers fans. Maybe give them a call sometime this week, or make them jump in the chat or something, get their thoughts on it. My man Luke G will be on the show tonight here at 8 p.m. East Coast time, right here on youtube.com/manhour if you guys are watching us live. Wednesday night, March 9th. Check it out. Luke G. We'll ask him about it. That is a great question for my man Luke G. 100%. What else? Of course I got to ask Combs about that. Combs being the Chicago man himself. You got to ask Combs about that. But let's complete this full circle. Back to Aaron Rodgers. No more Jordan Love. Back to Aaron Rodgers. $153 million guaranteed, allegedly. Obviously, money is not an issue for Aaron Rodgers. He said that last year, right? He said, money is not why I am unhappy or happy with the Green Bay Packers. I believe what he said, and I quote, is like, I want to be more involved with the decision-making process. I want to be able to bring players in. He got an opportunity to bring Randall Cobb, and he helped him a lot this year, right? He had Aaron Rodgers wanted to be more inclement part of the decision-making process of the Green Bay Packers. Basically stemmed out from the Jordan Love draft pick. Isn't it weird that Jordan Love is the center of all this controversy because Aaron Rodgers got this massive deal? It's just I don't know. I thought that was kind of crazy, but $153 million guaranteed, allegedly. Devontae Adams was franchise tagged, so he does have his receiver still, but why all of a sudden is he happy now? Because he got his money? So that's a false statement, because Aaron Rodgers said last year that money wasn't the issue. It was the decision making and basically doing things behind his back without him having a say in it, aka drafting Jordan Love, getting rid of Randall Cobb, getting rid of Jordy Nelson a couple years ago, right? Like all that stuff. So I wonder what kind of decision-making that Aaron Rodgers will be involved now with. Did he have a decision-making of franchise tagging Devontae Adams? Did he have a decision-making of splitting up with his fiance allegedly, and then getting back with her at the David Bakhtiari's wedding over the weekend? I don't know. I mean, just what has happened between this time last year and now that has really made Aaron Rodgers happy? And I think the answer is in plain sight, but we are all completely overlooking it. The Green Bay Packers are a Super Bowl caliber team. Let's call it a Super Bowl. They are. If you were to make your Super Bowl predictions right now, without going through the draft, everybody is healthy, as teams currently stand, I think you have to put the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl over the Rams, over the Cardinals, over the 49ers, over the Bucks, right? Everybody, even over my Dallas Cowboys, yes. So I think that's what Aaron Rodgers sees. He sees that the writing is on the wall. Tom Brady is no longer in my division. The Rams had their time to shine. Russell Wilson is out of Seattle. Kyler Murray is unhappy. This is the perfect opportunity for Aaron Rodgers to get back to the Super Bowl for like the 4th straight year, right? Let me rephrase that. This is a perfect opportunity for Aaron Rodgers to lose in the NFC Championship game again, right? But for real, money was never the option. The decision making was never really the option either. Let's just be honest about that. Because a general manager gets paid to do what he does, and Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback. He doesn't have a quote right to be in the decision making process. That's just absolutely asinine comment to even think about that. But I digress from that. The point of the matter is Aaron Rodgers wants another ring. He wants another feather in his cap to possibly be the greatest quarterback of all time. Yes, Tom Brady has that title right now. Joe Montana is right there behind him, right? People say that Aaron Rodgers is number 3. I don't really know where I have Aaron Rodgers. I would really have to sit down and really look at the stats and watch some past highlights and some games and really gauge where he's at. He's definitely top 5, but he wants another Super Bowl ring to solidify his first ballot Hall of Fame, to solidify his greatness, a.k.a. he wants to be better than Brett Favre at the end of the day. What will put you over Brett Favre in all Packers fans' eyes? Win another Super Bowl ring. That is all he wanted to do. Wants to win another Super Bowl ring. That is why he is back with the Green Bay Packers and not the Denver Broncos. It's not about money. It's not about the decision making. It's about the easiest path to the Super Bowl. And right now, the sticking with the Green Bay Packers in the NFC is the easiest way to the Super Bowl. There, I answered all your guys' questions right there. The writing is on the wall right there. Plain as day. Plain as day. But, guys, we were at the half-hour mark here at BellyUp.tv. I'm getting the red lights to say, go to break, go to break, go to break. Addison, slow it down, baby. Addison's the man behind some stats over here. He is, I guess you can call him my intern. I'm trying to mold him into like the producer type role, so I can take my hands off a little bit. So Addison, slow it down, baby. Guys, we'll be right back here on the Man Hour. Stay tuned.
I give a slight edge, Mike, to Marquette because they're playing on their home court. And Marquette's been taking care of business on the road. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up. Station not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're out the dark, no LA, we a big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzz beaters. We coming live all through your speakers. Go.
You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help. With the Take 22 merch, it's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, Rise up and show your support.
Man Hour Nation brought to you by Brooks Roofing and Siding. Contact them at 812-868-7663 or online at brooksroofingin.com. Brooks Roofing and Siding, protection you need when nature strikes.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckhouse here. Be sure to head over to manhourradio.com and check out the blog section. Check out the merchandise section. Of course, at the bottom there, check out the breaking news category that we just added over there at manhourradio.com. We are consistently doing updates to the website. And if you guys want to see something on the website, hit me up on Twitter and let me know at manhour_buck. You can find me on the old Twitter machine. Tweet. Slide into those DMs. They are open, and we can discuss it. I can pretty much do anything that you want on that website besides put some Pornhub on, on there. I don't want to see boobs. I don't want to see big old gobblers on there. We don't want to see that, Drew. We don't want to see that, baby. Slow it down. But guys, hit me up on Twitter at manhour_buck. Of course, you can follow Man Hour on the Twitter at man_hour_Twitter. And guys, hopefully next week I'll be back here on camera. I'm doing some rearranging in the old studio here. We are finally getting our house unpacked, and it is just a complete disaster right now. And I don't want you guys to see the mess. So I got a new 4K camera there. So I kind of want you guys to see my mess of a house in high def. That's just what I break it down to. But I'll be back on camera next week for sure. Rain or shine. If you guys see some boxes, you see some boxes. But hopefully, studio's all put back together and isolated and whatnot. But guys, if you miss any part of the show whatsoever, you can check us out on podcast form, Spotify, iTunes, and of course iHeartRadio, or simply head over to youtube.com/manhour. You can check out the clips. I do upload the clips each and every day over there. I'm trying to get back on track there for the every 3 hour thing, 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., etc. I'll be getting back on that track tomorrow, guys. But the COVID and the changing of the work schedule really got me all types of comboggled here. But guys, here in roughly about a half hour, I will get Brandon BC Combs on the phone. We are going to talk some more Aaron Rodgers about him. We are going to talk about some baseball. We do got RC Orland on the show tonight. So if you guys are watching us on youtube.com/manhour at 8 p.m. East Coast time tonight, Wednesday, March 9th, 2022, RC Orland will be on the show to talk some Major League Baseball lockout. You guys don't know who RC Orland is. He used to be a pitcher, now retired for the Chicago Cubs. So we are really glad to have RC on the show. And he is a great conversation because he doesn't have to hide behind any, oh, I'm a professional athlete, I can't say this kind of crap. No, F that. Say what you want to say, my man, and he does. He is great. So guys, so far tonight, we've this morning, we've talked some Green Bay Packers, we've talked some UConn college women's basketball, 27 consecutive wins in a row. Wow. Sorry, 27 consecutive conference championships in a row. Not wins. They've had like 60 wins in a row, like 2 or 3 times during this stretch, but damn. But speaking of damn, the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, Mile High City themselves, John Elway and the crew. They got their man, allegedly. They got their quarterback, pending physical and pending Russell Wilson's sign of approval, but it's pretty much written in stone, like at this point. Russell Wilson is heading to Denver, Mile High City, Broncos country. Welcome the man, the myth, the legend himself. Russell Wilson is your guy. They gave away the farm for him. 3 players, including a great talent at tight end and Noah Fant. Like, I was surprised to see that, but they're giving away 3 players, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. What they get in return, they get Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick. The Denver Broncos are betting the farm on Russell Wilson. Biggest mistake you guys could have possibly made. I said it. biggest mistake you guys could possibly make was giving this trade to the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks are in complete rebuild mode right now. They are letting the farm go for free, but you guys gave them the farm, the horse, the cow, and your mama for an overrated, overpaid, over the hill, first of the season only quarterback. I said it. Russell Wilson is not the answer in Denver. Now, the Denver Broncos, I felt, were a quarterback away. But really, like, looking at the roster, we are basing everything off of potential. When we say the Denver Broncos were a quarterback away, we were basing everything off of potential. And unfortunately, that potential is exactly what it is. It is just potential. Now, the defense is somewhat proven, minus they've lost Von Miller, but he was injured all last season pretty much until he went to the Rams, and all of a sudden he was healthy. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Crazy how that works, right? But the Denver Broncos defense is not horrible by any means, but when we see this roster of Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutherland and all these other performers that are, they're going to be so great, we are basing everything off of potential. Yes, we've seen Jerry Jeudy have one or two great games. Do it for a whole season, my man. Cortland Sutherland, he's been hurt as far as I can remember. Hell, I don't think he's played against the Kansas City Chiefs one time because he's been hurt. Noah Fant is gone. He's in Seattle. So you guys, all you Denver Broncos fans, are getting all hyped up about this crap when potential. We could potentially be a great offense. Well, guess what? Russell Wilson is what? 34 years old. And he's over the hill. Call a spade a spade. He is not the quarterback that he was when they won the Super Bowls in Seattle. That's just the way it is. Ever since he had Win Harrison Wilson, he just hasn't been the same. Ever since he married Sierra, right? He just hasn't been the same. I'm telling you how it is. Now, we see all the memes. Let Russ cook. Let Russ cook. Let Russ cook. Russ can cook for the first 6 games of the season. Then he tapers off real freaking quick. Real quick. Why hasn't Russell Wilson been very good in Seattle? Because he doesn't have a running game. What do the Denver Broncos don't have right now? They don't have a running back. Yes, Melvin Gordon supposedly wants to come back, right? Supposedly. But Russell Wilson cannot carry the Denver Broncos. Simply can't. He's just not that good. He's not even a top 10 quarterback in the league anymore. Now, he used to be. But then I go and look at those stats. When he, quote, used to be the man, a top 10 quarterback, he was only thrown for 3,500 yards a season. His best season throwing a ball was in 2016 when he threw for 4,200 yards, 21 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Now in 2020, he did throw for 40 touchdowns. Don't get that twisted. That was his second highest career total at 4,212 yards. But that was basically in part to DK, right? DK was a rookie that year, if I'm not mistaken, right? And he just blew up. Also had Tyler Lockett. They had who was their running back? I can't even think of his name. Chris Carson, right? They had Chris Carson, and they looked pretty damn good. But Russell Wilson has been a career 60% completion rating quarterback. He has been a career 100 rating quarterback. He has been a career 20 touchdowns, 7 to 8 interceptions quarterback. Now, try not to get this twisted. Like, he has been a staple. He has been very consistent in the overall aspect, right? When you look at the overall stats, they look pretty consistent. But if we break it down by each game, Russell Wilson has fallen off the second half of every season. Every season he has tapered off and just done crap. What, last year the Seahawks were, many people, everybody here on the Man Hour had them going 12 or 13 wins. They had 6 last season. They had 6. They weren't even in like the hunt to make a playoff berth. Yes, they were, quote, in the hunt, right? They finished the season 7-10, right? And they were, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots out of the third wildcard spot. Like, I get it. But at the end of the day, they didn't have a chance. Let's just call it out as. They did not have a chance. So, back to Denver here. Many people are, like, when I say many people, I say many people like on my Twitter and on my Facebook and the Reddit pages that I'm involved in and Discords and like all that stuff. I've seen all the memes. Oh, the AFC West is now the best division in football because of Russ. Why? Why? How does Russell Wilson make the AFC West a better division? Let me speak a little bit clearer for the people in the back there. How does Russell Wilson make the AFC West a better division? He doesn't. He doesn't. The AFC West was the best division before Russell Wilson came into aspect here. Russell Wilson does not take the Denver Broncos out of the cellar in the AFC West division. He doesn't. The Denver Broncos are still a 6-7 win team with Russell Wilson as their quarterback next year. I said it. It's true. It is true. Russell Wilson is over the hill. He is overpaid, overrated, and he cannot finish the job. Since their last Super Bowl went, what was it, 2016, wasn't it? When was their last Super Bowl? I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. Russell Wilson cooks the first 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season, then he's complete trash for the rest of the year. Name me the last time the Seattle Seahawks finished the season strong. You can't, can you? Russell Wilson reminds me of Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals, right? Now, basically just Cliff Kingsbury. As a college coach, as a NFL coach, what, 7-0, 8-0, and then they finished the season 7-5 and 10-6, and right. Cliff Kingsbury equals Russell Wilson. That's basically what it comes down to. So, guys, the Denver Broncos gave up 3 players, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks for Russell Wilson. So this has to raise the question. There is a huge quarterback that's better than Russell Wilson out there. There is a huge quarterback that the market is open for. And with Russell Wilson getting 3 players, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks for him, plus a fourth-round pick as a little kicker, like, hey, it doesn't look so bad, right? What is the value for Deshaun Watson? 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and 3 players for Russell. What is the value for Deshaun Watson? Now, we've heard last season, the Houston Texans went on, 3 or 4 first-round picks, right, and a couple second-round picks, and this tells me this might be right there. Deshaun Watson could easily get 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a couple players. Easily. My man Beastie Combs will have him on the show here in just a few minutes here after the next break. He said Deshaun Watson to Pittsburgh Steelers makes perfect sense. Would the Pittsburgh Steelers be willing to give up 3 or 4 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and Juju Smith or Snell, and let's throw in some offensive lineman or a defensive player? Do you make that trade? Absolutely, right? We've seen the quarterback value get basically astronomically blown out of proportion for no reason. Aaron Rodgers, $153 million. Patrick Mahomes, $500 million, right? Matthew Stafford was 2 first-round picks with Jared Goff. Russell Wilson, like obviously 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. It would not surprise me one bit, guys, if we see Deshaun Watson go for 4 first-round picks. That's right. Deshaun Watson is worth it, especially to a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers that is a quarterback away. To a team like the Arizona Cardinals that is a good quarterback away, Kyler Murray is not very good. To a team like the New York Giants, the New York Jets that want to be political with a big quarterback just to get in the news. They're not instantly better with Deshaun Watson because they will still suck, but they'll get 4 first-round picks for him. The value for Deshaun Watson has astronomically just blew up with this trade by the Denver Broncos. It is. It has blown up. So, Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos, Aaron Rodgers staying in Green Bay. What does this mean for some other free agent quarterbacks out there? Jameis Winston, Jimmy G, right? Trevor Siemian, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jordan Love. What does that mean for those type of players? We're going to ask Brandon Beastie Combs on that right after the break here, guys, on the Man Hour. We are going to get his insights on those exact questions right here on the Man Hour. Beastie Combs. We'll be right back, guys, here on the Man Hour. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me.
Once I'm home from work and relaxing, I watch Man Hour while doing dishes.
In bed, hiding from the wife and kids.
What do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with the Man Hour? You watch it with them.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckkoster with the Man Hour today, guys. Welcome back to the show. We are live, raw, uncut sports talk right here every morning at 6 a.m. East Coast time to 8 a.m. East Coast time right here on youtube.com/Man Hour. But I got the man, the myth, the legend himself on the phone right now, Brandon Beastie Combs. Normally, we don't have him on till nighttime. But right now, we got him on the phone, and the show just got a whole lot more sexier because Beastie is on the phone. But Beastie, what's up, my man? What's going on?
What's going on, man? It's 6 o'clock in the morning here in Chicago. I'm on my way to work. What better way to start off the day than talking sports with my man Buck.
Yeah. So Combs, earlier in hour number one here, I've been talking about Russell and the Aaron Rodgers alleged signing, right? And all this stuff. And we talked, was it early this week or late last week? I can't remember. Days are kind of all starting to run together like at this point. But you mentioned that Deshaun Watson to the Pittsburgh Steelers makes perfect sense, right? So we saw the Denver Broncos trade for Russ for 3 players, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. What does that do to the value of a player like Deshaun Watson now, Combs?
So Deshaun Watson is going to be the most coveted quarterback on the trade market now. You know what I mean? Like Deshaun Watson to the Pittsburgh Steelers will almost make even more sense. Who else do they go after? Russell Wilson's off the block. You know, Aaron Rodgers is off the block.
Right.
I mean, are you going to go after Jimmy G maybe? But I think Deshaun Watson to Pittsburgh, you might as well just call that a done deal at this point.
So last year we heard rumors of 3 or 4 first round picks. I think Russ is kind of over the hill and might be overrated now, and he got 2 first-round picks. Are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to give 4 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson?
Well, look, I don't know if you get 4 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson anymore. It really depends. He's got a court case coming up on Friday.
A civil
and
court
that's really
case.
going to be
Civil.
Right, but that's still going to be a big determining factor in how teams pursue him, right? Because if those civil cases go well, they can say, Steve told you there was nothing to worry about here. But if they don't go well, then it could be like, well, you know what? He's got all this stuff, you know, carrying with him. He's got more court cases coming up. You know, I'll give you a couple of seconds. I'm not giving you a first for a guy that we might lose. And so, I don't know. I mean, I think Friday will have a big say in how much you get for a Deshaun Watson. But look, if I'm the Steelers, I mean, you look at what Denver did to Seattle, or what Seattle did to Denver, I should say. I think Seattle fleeced Denver on that deal. I mean, you got Drew Lock. Oh man, you got 4 picks. You got Drew Lock, and you got I can't remember the defensive back's name, but then you got Noah Fant.
Yeah, probably a top 5 tight end in the league.
Yeah, well, yeah, top 10 maybe, but yeah, he's damn good. And you're getting those guys, plus you're getting those draft picks from Denver, and Denver's getting Russell Wilson, a guy who we talk all the time is a 7-week quarterback.
Exactly.
So if you look at that, you almost start thinking if you're Houston, you should get more than that for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, like easily. So when we look at this trade for the Denver Broncos, on the surface, we say the Denver Broncos clearly won this trade, right? Just because they got Russ. But when you really dive deeper into this trade, the Seattle Seahawks might be making out like fat bandits here, just because let me ask you this question first here. Do you think Drew Lock will be the starting quarterback in Seattle?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I think Drew Lock, a lot of people are going to look at Drew Lock by the end of next year, and they're going to say, wow, this kid's better than I thought he was. And then they're really going to think that Seattle fleeced Denver. So
think about this. Think outside the box here, okay? We just said that Deshaun Watson to the Pittsburgh Steelers, you can pretty much edge that in stone, right? But how about this?
Right.
The Seattle Seahawks just got 2 more first-round picks. They already have 2 first-round picks. They have 2 second-round picks to play with as well. They might have one of the most dangerous wide receiver cores out there with Tyler Lockett, with Noah Fant now, and TK. Deshaun Watson to Seattle all of a sudden makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think of it like that. Flipping Drew Lock, you sent Drew Lock to Houston with 3 or all 4 of those first round picks.
Yeah,
and get Deshaun Watson. I mean, look, that at that point we would start calling Pete Carroll a genius, right?
Well,
we would go from these guys got fleeced to these guys are the smartest bastards on the earth.
Yeah, from basically to 0 to a GOAT like overnight. So
yeah,
if that were to happen, do we instantly put the Seattle Seahawks in that Super Bowl conversation with the LA Rams, with the Green Bay Packers, with the Arizona Cardinals?
Yeah, I mean that makes God. Can you imagine that NFC West? I mean, look at the quarterbacks in the NFC West at that point.
Yeah,
if you had Deshaun Watson. I mean, I already think it's damn good by adding Drew Lock because I really am high on Drew Lock, but I like. Deshaun Watson is just, I mean, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league, and Drew Lock is not. So if you add a guy like Drew Lock to that, like you say, with DK Metcalf, with now Noah Fant, and you use those second and third round picks to kind of beef up your offensive line a little bit,
right?
All of a sudden, man, you might be the best team in the NFC West, and that's a statement because that's probably the best division in football. Let's just face it. I mean, they've got 4 teams in that division that are Super Bowl contenders.
Oh, easily 4 teams in that division. Yeah, you are 100% correct on that. So going back to the Russ trade here, people are saying now that the AFC West is the best division in football. Do you think Russell Wilson legitimately makes the Denver Broncos a playoff caliber team? They finished 7-10 last year. They no longer have Von Miller on that defensive side of the ball. Melvin Gordon's probably going to test a free agent, side there. Maybe end up in Seattle too because they need a running game. Are the Denver Broncos any better with Russell Wilson at their quarterback?
No, I think they gave up a whole lot of chips to make a lateral move.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like they, what the Seattle Seahawks did was they made a move. They're sitting at a poker table and they've got pocket sevens in their hands, and so they made a move, right? And the guy with 8-3 just went all in.
Yeah.
Right. So it's almost like they just made a lateral move. Like they made a move and they're hoping it pans out. But I mean, I'm thinking when you look at recent history, that move make a whole lot of sense to you. I mean, you didn't get anything in return that was better than what you gave up, right?
Right.
Would you take Russell Wilson over Drew Lock right now? Because I wouldn't.
See, the problem with Drew Lock in my eyes is we really have not seen Drew Lock at his best for more than like 1 or 2 games. Just because every time he gets healthy, the wide receiver core, it goes down. Once the wide receiver core gets healthy, he sprains an ankle. So I don't know the full potential of a player like Drew Lock yet. And the Denver Broncos did just fire their coach. So clearly the coaching aspect on that side of the ball wasn't there either. So in hindsight, knowing what I know, I would have to take Russ over Drew Lock just because with Russ, we know we are going to get 3,600 yards in a year. We are going to get 25 touchdowns in a year. We are going to get 7 wins, 7-0, and then finish the season 9-6, right? We know what we're going to get. With Drew Lock, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, I was just thinking just now, we keep talking about Drew Lock and Russell Wilson, obviously, because those are the pieces in the trade. How about poor Teddy Bridgewater? How about everywhere Teddy Bridgewater goes, that team finds a quarterback that they think is going to be better, and they forget about Teddy Bridgewater.
Well, on the flip side of that coin, Teddy Bridgewater is a free agent. So he was probably not going to end up in Denver anyways, because the Denver Broncos were in the conversation for Russ, for Aaron, and for Deshaun as well. So I feel that Teddy Bridgewater was 2 feet out the door anyways there.
Yeah, that guy just can't find a home, and we talked about it all the time. When he was with the Saints, man, he went 5-0 when he came in for Drew Brees.
Right.
And then now, 2 years later, he's about to be on his third team.
So let's talk about Teddy. Does he go back to Saints? Because the Saints are needing a quarterback. Winston is a free agent. Trevor Siemian is a free agent, and your boy from the Fighting Irish, what's his name, Ian Book. I don't think he is the answer there. Does Teddy Bridgewater end up back in New Orleans in the gold and black?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that. If Sean Payton was still their head coach, I think he would end up back there. But I don't think he does. I don't think Jameis Winston ends up there. I think, both of those guys. For Jameis Winston, I feel like he's going to end up in a place where he's going to end up being a backup quarterback. And I don't know why, because he hasn't done anything to deserve being a backup quarterback, but that's where he's going to end up being. And I think Teddy Bridgewater is on that same path, because let's just face it, we're running out of spots to put him.
Yeah.
Like name me a team. If Houston makes that trade with Seattle, Houston's going to make a trade with somebody, and they're going to get their quarterback, and they think that they've got a good one in Davis Mills,
and I think they do
as well. So, where do these guys go other than to be backups? Maybe you can go to a place like Jacksonville and maybe try to compete for a starting job, but you're going to have to work a miracle to get them, off of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Or you can go to a place like Miami and try to compete with Tua. I think maybe that might be a possibility. You go to a place like the Jets and try to, and maybe, Zach Wilson doesn't pan out or whatever the case is. You could go to, look, if I'm Teddy Bridgewater or Jameis Winston, I might try a place like New England to revive my career, right? Because that's what New England does.
Yeah.
They take their backup quarterbacks and they send them off to be starters somewhere for a year, and before you never hear from them again.
So, speaking of Jameis, let's talk about the team that drafted him just a couple years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, right? They are in need of a quarterback. I don't know who their backup is. Who is it? Colt McCoy or something? I don't even know who their backup is now.
No, their backup is the kid that they drafted out of Florida.
Oh yeah, Kyle Trask. Yeah. So
Kyle Trask. Yep.
Does Winston end up back in Tampa Bay possibly? I think he knows the system there, right? He now has a year to grow outside of the system. The coaching staff has learned how to, has evolved and, become a better coaching staff. Does Winston back in Tampa Bay make sense?
It could. I don't think so. They drafted Kyle Trask in the second round last year. I think that they're going to give him the opportunity to develop and be a starting quarterback in the league before they bring back Jameis Winston. And if I'm Jameis Winston, to be honest with you, I don't really want to go back to Tampa Bay, because what was there before Tom Brady came along, right? You're going right back to the same situation. You're going back to a coaching staff that proved that they couldn't call plays. You're going back to a coaching staff that proved they couldn't put you into the correct position to win football games. So why would you want to go back there if you're Jameis Winston?
Yeah, you kind of nailed the head on that. Like I didn't even think about that. But let's transition away from the NFL here. I got you on for a couple more minutes here before you.
Hold on. You can't bring me on here to talk about all the football news yesterday and not allow me to talk about Aaron frickin' Rodgers.
Oh, I was going to say that till the end, but hey, Let's talk about the alleged $250 million contract, $150 million guaranteed. Alleged. Let's talk about that. How do you feel about that?
I laughed my ass off yesterday when I saw the contract. And on all these Green Bay Packers fans who are, it's not the contract. It's not the exact price. Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. Maybe it's not 50, but maybe it's 45. Maybe it's 40, right? You are getting a 37-year-old quarterback that has done nothing but consistently flake out in the playoffs
and complain about it.
and has been to one Super Bowl in his career, who also in that span, so did Rex Grossman go to one Super Bowl in that span. Look, I think that this guy is a top 5 quarterback all time. I think that his career has been wasted in Green Bay. I don't think that they've built around him properly. I don't think that they've done enough. And now they're certainly not going to do that, because they're not going to be able to do that if they're paying this guy that much money at his age 37 to give him this much money in a year where this time he didn't wait till the NFC Championship to flake out. He flaked out before it. Like, right. I don't understand why you give a guy like that much money, and then how the fan base can just be happy about it. Because I'm telling you right now, they just franchise tagged Devontae Adams.
Right.
Right? If I'm Devontae Adams, I'm going to look, man, apparently you guys got money. I ain't playing under this franchise tag. I'll hold out. Like, that's you go to your guy, Aaron, and Aaron, look, man, you got paid, get me paid. Like, I'm the best wide receiver in football, and you put a franchise tag on me? It's like, I'm telling you right now, if I'm Devontae Adams, I hold out. If I'm his agent, I'm telling him to hold out. Because there is no way whatsoever the Green Bay Packers are going to be able to afford to pay players to come in and play with Aaron Rodgers, because he's going to be commanding about a quarter of their salary. 25% of their salary is going to be going to one player.
Yeah, I'm not for sure how the whole salary cap situation works there, but with Aaron Rodgers' deal last year, they were already $47 million over the cap, and they paid him more. So somewhere, somebody has to go bye-bye, right? Whether it be on the defensive side of the ball, whether it be on the wide receiver side of the ball, somewhere some fat has to be trimmed. And Aaron Rodgers, just this time last year, Combs, he was bitching, moaning, and complaining that he didn't have enough power in the organization, Jason, to make decisions. Well, now he has all this money, all this stuff happening, but he is going to lose players around him because of all this cash. Do you think this is what he ultimately wanted? Basically kind of put the Green Bay Packers into this must-win now mode and then not win again for 10, 15 years?
Look, I saw a meme yesterday on Facebook that summed this up perfectly, right? It had Tom Brady at the top, and it said, I took less money so that I could go to more Super Bowls with the kids that looked up to me. And then right underneath that was Aaron Rodgers on the phone and said, fuck them kids. Aaron Rodgers does not care about anybody else but Aaron Rodgers.
100%.
Ask his family. Aaron Rodgers does not care about exactly. He doesn't care about anybody but Aaron Rodgers. He wants Aaron Rodgers to thrive. He wants Aaron Rodgers to make more money. And he wants Aaron Rodgers to be able to win football games. He doesn't care about the Green Bay Packers. He doesn't care about Devontae Adams. He doesn't care about anybody else. David Bakhtiari, who he just freaking went out and did his wedding, might have been a parting gift for David Bakhtiari, because they're not going to be able to afford to give this guy a contract.
Right. I mean, they might be able to afford him in McChickens, but that's about it. But
so Torrey and Wyatt are all in their glory. Oh, I told you my quarterback was staying. I told you, congratulations, your quarterback is staying, but the rest of your team is leaving.
Yeah, so speaking of their quarterback, I did see, I believe Wyatt posted this saying the most useless draft pick ever in Jordan Love. So the Green Bay Packers did spend a number one over, or not, but a first round pick on Jordan Love 2 years ago. Aaron Rodgers is going to sign a 4-year deal. So in theory, Jordan Love is going to sit 6 years on the bench. would you trade Jordan Love to get some type of capital out of him, a second-round pick or a third-round pick? Would you move him?
Yeah, so the most useless pick. I think you go there and you're a prisoner of the moment. I think the most useless picks are guys like Ryan Leaf, the San Diego Chargers when they picked Eli Manning, even though he said he wouldn't play there.
Right.
Those are useless picks. But Jordan Love, you were able to have him sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 2 years, so you can use that to your advantage when talking to teams about his trade value. And it's clear to me, if I'm another team, though, that you don't believe in Jordan Love. You don't think Jordan Love is the next guy, because if he was, you would have let Aaron walk. But you didn't. You went out and you made him the highest paid player in the history of the NFL. So you don't believe in Jordan Love. So I'm not giving you more than a fourth-round draft pick. If you want draft picks, fine. Here's a fourth. If you want players, sure, I'll give you my third-string quarterback. Like, they have no value. They've erased all the value of Jordan Love. There is no value in Jordan Love, and that has nothing to do with Jordan Love and has everything to do with the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love might be a good quarterback someday. We don't know.
So earlier in the show, I was kind of going back and forth on this whole thing. Do you trade him? Do you let him sit as a backup here? And I'm kind of on the fence now of I want Jordan Love on my team. Why? Because I have a first-round pick as a backup quarterback. When Aaron Rodgers gets old and gray and he gets that sprained ankle,
he's already old and gray.
Well, but because when they can't afford to pay a offense of linemen to protect his pretty boy ass, and he gets hurt, I do have a first-round pick as a backup quarterback. So I don't think I want to move Jordan Love like at this point, because let's face it, Aaron Rodgers is going to be 38 years old. Combs, you are 40 years old, and you aren't a NFL athlete, and it hurts you to get out of bed every day, right?
This is Jordan Love. What? This is his third or fourth year in the league.
I think he was drafted in 2019, so this has got to be his third year, I think.
All right, so third year, but they just signed Aaron Rodgers to a 4-year contract.
Yep.
So you've only got, this year and next year left with Jordan Love before he's a free agent, before his rookie deal is up.
Right.
So the only way to keep him is going to be to sign him, and you've got to sign a guy letting him know, hey, you're not going to be a starting quarterback in this league until your 6th year in the league. That's a hard sell.
Right.
So you might as well go ahead and just trade him now and get whatever you can, because look, you can't. Not only that, but how fair is it to a kid that you draft? We talked about this way back when Brett Favre was doing the same thing to Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And we're like, how fair is that to Aaron Rodgers that you keep allowing Brett Favre to come back and play with this? Just move on already. And I think that you're at that same point now with Aaron Rodgers, where it's time to move on. But instead, they went the opposite route with him, and they paid him. And look, that's the other thing about the Green Bay Packers, right? He had 18 years of Brett Favre, and he's had 17 years of Aaron Rodgers. 35 years of Hall of Fame, top 10 quarterback play all time. You've got 2 Super Bowl rings. That's an organization that just does not know what it's doing.
Well, yes and no. You do have 35 years of 2 quarterbacks, so they do know what they're doing at the quarterback situation, just not around him, right? But let me ask you this question here, just because this just came to me here. What if the Green Bay Packers are playing that ace in the pocket, just like what we were talking about the Seattle Seahawks here? What if they are using this 4-year deal as trade bait? Just because a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, like the San Francisco 49ers, do not want to trade for Aaron Rodgers for a 1-year deal. So they signed him to this 4-year deal like, hey, Here, you get Aaron Rodgers for 4 years. You have $56
million
in cap space.
I don't know how you sell. Yeah, you get Aaron Rodgers for 4 years, but you got to pay him $50 million a year.
You were going to pay him either way, though, right? So let me, as a Green Bay Packers organization, I will pay 20% of his salary if you cover the rest of the 80. If you give me two first round picks and a tailback.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't see any way that the Packers could trade Aaron Rodgers at this point now and just be like, oh, hey, haha, just kidding. It was all a smoke screen. We signed him just so we could trade him. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think he would have announced that, hey, I'm coming back to the Packers if he didn't, if he didn't plan on being a Green Bay Packer. And maybe he does plan on it, and maybe they're like, hey, you remember all this shit you were talking?
Hey.
Well, go jump off a cliff, right?
Hey, you know what? If I was the owner of any team and a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers held me over the barrel like that last season, that's the ultimate revenge, Combs. That is the ultimate revenge. Hey, I am going to send you to the New York Giants to rotten hell for the next 4 years, and I get Daniel Jones in return. Daniel Jones on Green Bay doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, neither does Deshaun Watson. You can send him to Houston to rot too and get Deshaun Watson out of it.
Right.
I think it's far fetched. I think that
100%. Yeah.
I think it'd be hilarious. I mean, me, I'm all about chaos, so I would love it. But
wouldn't that be the ultimate smack in Torrey and Wyatt's face, though? Like, hey, we got our quarterback. Ha ha ha. No, you don't. You got Daniel Jones for the next 4 years.
Except they would be getting better.
Well, in the long term, I think they would be getting better. But you saw how upset Wyatt got last year when like we would poke his bear about Aaron Rodgers never being a Green Bay Packer again. He like literally broke down and cried. Like it was just like,
oh yeah.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers has literally been there his whole life. So, but I know you got to get to work, man, and I got to get to the next break here. So we'll talk to you tomorrow, my guy. Hey, no, actually tonight.
All right.
Tonight we do got RC. We got RC Orland on tonight, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You on for the first hour tonight, or?
Me, you, and Luke G, and then we'll have RC Orland on in the hour number 2. Ooh.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to want to miss that. Man Hour Nation, check us out tonight. RC Orland's going to come with some fire. We're going to be talking about the rule changes in baseball. We've already been talking about the rule changes in baseball, so
yeah.
I kind of know where he's going with it, but you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be some good conversation tonight. And if you like what we were talking the other night, you're going to like it again tonight. So
hey, so speaking of baseball, Combs, before I let you go, I need you to look up some Rule 5 draft, okay? Help me understand the Rule 5 draft tonight on the.
So the rule. Okay, all right. I'll help you understand it tonight.
All
I thought you were asking me right now.
No, help me understand that tonight, Combs. But hey, have a great day at work, man, and we'll see you in a few hours.
All right, sounds good.
All right, later, bud.
Later, man.
All right, guys, that is my man, Beastie Combs. He is on his way to work. It's always great to talk to that man. But, guys, we are up against that time here on Man Hour. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Enjoy the rest of the day. Have a great afternoon. Smile. Watch some clips over here at youtube.com/Man Hour on the old YouTube channel. And see us tonight right here at 8 p.m. East Coast time on youtube.com. And, of course, bellyup.tv, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Monday through Friday, East Coast time, and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. East Coast time as well. Have a great day, guys. Man Hour Nation.